the Great Lakes ADA Center, Conversation Spotlight Series, Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month 2022. Conversation with Wally Tablit, Director of State Policy at RespectAbility. Part 2. Question: how can groups, organizations, or individuals assist in the removal of societal barriers encountered by Asian Pacific Americans with disabilities?
That's a great question because, there's so many actions and movements and groups out there. And I have to say, we have to build in coalition. And what I mean by that is that if we separate out the identities, and we hear a lot about the word intersectionality. I've said before that I am a gay, I've said I'm an Asian man with a disability, but I say proudly I'm a gay Asian man with a disability. And with that, I can't parcel out those three parts of my identity. I can't put my gay activism, my gay advocacy in one corner, Asian identity and experience in one other corner, and the fact that I have a disability in the other ones. Because that doesn't lead to true access to employment, to housing, to education, and all the other things that matter. When we look at the number of people who are Asian with disabilities, the number of people who identify as being LGBTQ plus with disabilities, the numbers, that's data that helps inform us in terms of how we do this. And so organizations need to think about how do we work together? The roles of disability advocates, which I think is exciting. We're in an exciting time. We have to keep the momentum going. The conversations around diversity, equity, inclusion can't be a flavor of the month. It can't be something where you say we're going to put our statement out there and suddenly we've met the standard. You can't say we're going to hire a gay Asian man and I check a lot of boxes and suddenly we've done our job. We have to continue to say, what is the needle we need to move? Look, we're never going to uncenter the voices of the straight white man. Our job is not to uncenter them because they will always be centered. Our job as a coalition and as a group is to say, how do we get to the center like everyone else? How do we make sure that we are a center, that we have a voice, that we are welcomed at the table? And if there is no space at the table, we will bring our own chair and we will build our table and we'll invite as many people as we can. I know that sounds like there's no real specifics to that, but sometimes it's just even having the conversation like we are now. It's just those commitments that organizations make to say, we need to do a better job. And you're not going to demolish things right away, but our job is to dismantle it piece by piece. And I think we can do that.
Brought to you by the Great Lakes ADA Center. Call us at 1-800-949-4232 or visit adagreatlakes.org and become a subscriber or follower at ADA Great Lakes. Pick your favorite social network. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube.